What's up, everybody? So we're out in the shop and we're doing another one of our daily vlogs that we have going on this week. Now I figured I would take a moment, pause with the bevels that we're grinding in on the chopper. That's going to be tomorrow's video, and work on the sheaths and do this little vlog style thing while I don't have the people that are cutting trees down on this side of my shop and about one house down over there. I've been wanting to do this part of the vlog thing for a couple of hours now, and they've just been like chainsawing the hell out of everything, and I didn't want that going on in the background, so I've been grinding on this knife, filming the rest of the Shop Talk Tuesday build and all that while that's been going on. Finally got a little bit of peace and quiet, so we're going to talk about the things that I'm working on in the background today other than just this knife, because Mondays are typically my day off, and I've got Sunday off and then Monday off for the most part, and today I've been off, so I've been working on a few different things, and we're going to actually work on the sheaths a little bit. I'm going to talk to you for just a minute about what's going on with them and what is working and what isn't working. So the whole reason why I made a second sheath is because whenever I originally was working on the first sheath, which is this one right here, I did that little indentation right there where the stitching is going to go while it was still flat, and I didn't know exactly how, when I did the glue up, how the whole entire edge was going to be. And if you look at this, you can see that this whole entire center piece is recessed on there, which means whenever I go and I sand this edge, it's going to get closer to this in certain areas. So I don't know if that's going to even out perfect. If it evens out pretty awesome or pretty good, we'll go ahead and leave it. If it doesn't, I'm going to end up using this one, and I'm going to actually try and do that indentation while the sheath is in this form right here. So we're going to see how that goes, because I do want to put it all the way around the edge and around the top. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to sand the edges of these first, and then we'll go ahead and start focusing on that little crease and get that step done. But I figured this would be a good time to work on this and show you what is working and what isn't working on these two sheaths. But I've got a fresh belt on the 2x72 right now. We're going to go ahead and use it to work on these. You don't want to use a belt that you've been using to grind knives that has steel particles in it to work on your sheaths. You need belts dedicated to leather, belts dedicated to wood, belts dedicated to metal. You don't want to cross-contaminate all the different things that you're working on by utilizing the same belt for all the different processes. So we're using a brand new belt for this. I'm using a 120 grit. I know some people use 220 grits. I'm going to try out the 120 because I want to see the difference between 120, 220, all the different belts as we go through. But let's go ahead, let's get to actually shaping on these and then go from there. Let's get it. Okay, I'm really actually shocked as to how well that ended up working out. Now we did get closer to this line, but it doesn't look ridiculous. It looks actually, it looks good. Now of course we still have plenty of work to do with this, but that is absolutely 100 times better than I thought it was going to be. So we might continue working on this one. Well, we were going to continue working on it anyways, but you know, the next thing we need to do is just a little bit more work on this with a little beveler that we have. And then I might actually hand sand this right here so that it's not, you know, you can see that it got a little hot with this, so I might actually go ahead and hand sand this, and then we'll do the beveler and then we'll hand sand and see how that looks. So now that I know that this one looks pretty good, we're gonna go ahead and switch to this one and get all the edges smoothed out on it, and then go over to the workbench. There's another one. So now comes the hand sanding part. Okay, now that we have this all hand sanded on the edge, and it feels absolutely awesome, we're going to go ahead, put this one to the side for a second, and we're going to try something that is probably not going to be the smartest idea. And we're going to take and use this tool right here to create this little indentation right here for where the stitching's going to go. We shall see how this goes. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll go with about that width right there. No, that's... Yeah. We'll go in just a hair. We'll go with that. So that's going to be where our stitching line is going to be. Now I was originally going to come across it right here as well with that little border, but I think what I'm going to do is just repeat this same stitch or the same little line on the other side, and then just leave it at that. So we're going to be using a couple of different tools on this part. We're going to be using this to kind of figure out where our holes for our stitching are going to be. Start it in the corner, work our way all the way around to this end right here. And then what I'm going to end up doing is using this aug tool right here. I'm going to end up taking it out of this and putting it into the drill press. And then I'm going to use this to punch through each one of those little spots where that stitching is going to end up going. So that guy right there. So you can see all those little indentions right there where we're going to punch through for the stitching. Now what we're going to do is we're going to punch through to the other side, and then we're going to end up going over it again. Now, one of the things that I could have done, and will probably be a learning process again, is I could have went ahead, did this whole entire side, punched everything through, and then went through, used this to line up all those holes, and then run this back over it to smooth everything out. But we'll see how this goes. Watch me go through to punch all these through, and they not even line up with this. So we'll see what happens. There we go. Alright guys, let's go ahead and wrap this daily vlog up right here. So we did get all the holes punched through on this one, and they do match up pretty decently on the back side. Really kind of surprised by this for my first time trying this out and doing this. I think it's gonna really look pretty decent whenever I start running the stitching through it, and we're going to be focusing on that for Wednesday. That'll be the stitching. I still got to put all the holes in this one right here, so we'll do that one off camera, and then on Wednesday we'll focus on stitching. I might stitch one of them off camera and then one of them on camera. I don't know just yet. I don't think we're going to stitch both of them on camera because that would be way too much, but we'll probably stitch one of them off camera and then show you stitching on the other one. So that's what we got for this one, guys. Thank y'all for coming by. Thank y'all for spending your time with me. Y'all have an amazing day. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll catch y'all next time.